So a couple weeks ago, my friend showed me this story and I thought it was funny, so I wanted to make a video of it. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully for the one person watching, you'll enjoy this. If you read one disgusting story this year, ... let it be this one, all caps. Okay. Well, I mean, that's something to get my attention. Susie DeLucy and the Miracle of Life. Just from that, I can tell this is already fake. Nobody names their kid that. That's a terrorist of a parent right there, right? You just can't do that. One morning around 5 a.m., 22-year-old Susan DeLucy of Kittery, Maine, don't know if I said that right, woke up with a painful need to urinate. That's hot. At first, she thought she had diarrhea. Does that happen to people? Like, you have the painful need to urinate, and then you have to diarrhea. I don't know, that's just a weird fact, but who cares? Keep going. But when she stood up out of bed, she realized that it was urinary pain. Oh, okay, it came full circle. We're good. It was very similar to the feeling of having diarrhea, just out of the wrong hole. That's really graphic. She wobbled to the toilet, and upon sitting on it, her vagina erupted in the most horrific, messy farting noise anyone has ever heard. Wow, this is some like top tier porn type shit. Like, I don't even know if I should be reading this, but who cares, right? In paralyzing pain, Miss DeLucy for the next few minutes, excuse me, I'm illiterate, continued to push and squirt out of her vagina, even more hot, a burning tide of wrench and filth while she gripped the sides of the toilet seat. White-knuckled, she was screaming wildly, and the neighbors called the police. That's how you know you have a good neighborhood. The neighbors call the police. Those are some real ones right there. When medics arrived, they found Miss Okay, they already have a spelling error here. I'd like to review this website. Unconscious, lying on the floor of her bathroom, wearing nothing but her bathrobe. Yikes. Oh, I mean, maybe it's good for the paramedics, but like, damn, like, you gotta have people find you with just a bathrobe. Aw, that's... Poor Miss Denucci. Running down her leg was a stream of brown and green syrup. So first just the bathrobe, and then you have shit running down your leg. Aw, dude, it really isn't her morning. The medic had to transfer her to a stretcher, so he grabbed her left leg, which was bent crossing her other leg, to straighten her out. She was lying there all twisted up. When he lifted her left leg to straighten her body out, he exposed her vagina. I like how they had to make that clear, like he exposed her vagina. Like that was a key detail in this story. I'm happy I got to see that visually. At which point a creature no larger than the tip of a finger wormed its way out of her genitals and landed on the floor with a wet plopping sound. Cool. Shocked, the medic stared at the creature that was lying on the tiled bathroom floor in a casing of mucus. It was a tiny mud shrimp, and it sat there on the cold floor, gasping for water while flipping itself back and forth. The horrific medic turned to the toilet as he felt the nausea setting in. When he put his face down the toilet to puke, what he saw was so horrific that to this day, he couldn't look into a toilet without convulsing. I think I'm saying that right.
Convulse.
The entire toilet bowl was boiling with baby brown mud shrimp flipping and splashing at a furious pace. If you think this is bad, wait until you hear how it happened. I don't even know if I want to know how it happened, but I'm in too deep now, alright? I gotta know how she ended up naked with, like, shit running down her leg, and this paramedic got, like, super aroused from it, okay? I gotta go in deep. Miss DeLucy, official death... Oh, she died. At least she didn't have to, like, wake up knowing that, like, she died like that. Hopefully she just went to sleep. Was the result of a combination of shock and severe head trauma. She stood up over the toilet in pain, and when she saw what she had done, she went into shock and fell, smashing her head on the toilet and then on the floor. That must be like the worst way to die. Like, I mean, there are a lot of ways to die out there that are like pretty fucking bad, but like, you go to the bathroom, you like get up, you look down, and you like die from shock from like what came out of you. Like, that came out of you. That was in your body at one point, and you produced that. Oh, no, no thanks. I'm good. I have other ways I'm willing to die, just not that one. And then on the floor, It is believed by medical police that on 2 nights before the accident, she had purchased a live lobster at a fish market. While lying in a tub, she gently inserted the creature's tail into her vagina to derive pleasure. What? I don't get that. Like, what is this? Okay, is this bestiality? At that point, she held a lighter under the creature's face, causing it to flip its tail in a violent snapping motion. This has to be like bestiality or like animal cruelty or even both. To be honest, it's probably just both. Like, I don't. Ugh, people are weird, dude. This is why I don't like people. Like, how do you look at a fish and you're just like, I want that inside of my vagina? I mean, I'm not a girl. I wouldn't know. Like, maybe that's common, but it's like, is it? A vaginal infection, especially one with a fishy odor. You know what? That same thing. It's the same thing. The medics found a lesbian XXX video in the VCR, and the TV was positioned on a table in front of the tub. Okay, she was a lesbian, that doesn't really make it worse. I guess you can say maybe makes it better? I don't know, dude. This is very confusing. You know what? Maybe it was a girl lobster. The lobster was found in the kitchen garbage can, wrapped in a paper bag. Traces of Miss DeLucy's DNA were found on the lobster, along with pubic hairs that had wedged themselves between the lobster's tails. Oh, ew. Oh, God. It must have been like a curling iron. Instead of the hair coming off the curling iron, it just stayed on. Oh, this. Wow, okay. This is really getting even more graphic than I thought it ever could. And they say DNA. Oh, dude, if they found DNA in it, that means she juiced herself with the lobster. She really went full force. The lobster's face was lightly burned with the same fuel used in lighters. The lobster's digestive tract and colon were found to be full of mud shrimp egg casings. Doctors believe that the lobster had eaten them. They are common in the water at fish markets and are usually harmless, boiled to death. And the lobster had crapped them out into Miss DeLucy's cunt, which she was torturing it. I mean, that's kind of divine justice if you think about it. Like, she's making the thing masturbate for her, and like with a lighter to its head, no less. Like, I can't say I would have done anything different to the shrimp. And even if like this shrimp didn't like shit itself from being scared, like even when it died, it probably just would have shit itself anyway. So it's on her. Like the lobster did nothing wrong. It's a victim in this scenario. This is rape. Maine mud shrimp only take 2 days to gestate. Gestate. Okay, hold up. Google, don't fail me now.
Gestate.
Carry a fetus in the womb from conception to birth. Wow. I'm not going into images for that. And Miss DeLucy was only 4 days away from getting her period. Oh my god. Oh, wow. Doctors believe that at that point of her menstrual cycle, her womb was the perfect pH balance to grow these mud shrimp, which are a much larger version of the popular sea monkey pets sold throughout the U.S. So does that mean if there was a giant lobster, right, and he were to well, no, it wouldn't be a lobster, but like if there was a giant mud shrimp and it were to impregnate Miss DeLucy, then they would have mutant babies? Overnight, the eggs had hatched and the mud shrimp began doubling in size every 10 minutes? God damn, okay. You can imagine the pain she was in when she woke up that morning and gave birth to well over 1,000 mud shrimp at the toilet. I like how they said gave birth. Like, she looked at her kids and then died. That must be a horrible feeling as a child. I couldn't imagine. Maybe I could. What else can one say but someone had too much time on their hands? The silly little gem quoted above appeared on the internet in January 2000. Like I said, it's nothing new, but like I still thought it was funny and cool. Not cool, just gross. It combines the bestial impregnation motif of the woman impregnated with octopus. But what is bestiality at this point? So remember to like, comment, subscribe. I don't really know what to say after reading this. Don't use animals to pleasure yourself.